Welcome to Money Talks. Today I'm going to be talking about customer service and how it affects the global economy. When a country is experiencing an era of prosperity, we so often see the level of customer service slipping greatly. People who work in retail, especially those who are on commission, often feel that they can let their customer service skills slide because there's always another buyer right around the corner. And for many years, most countries have experienced prosperity. Nowadays, looking at the global economy, it's patently clear that the economy is in deep trouble. Customer service has hit a new low, and if we don't change our attitudes about work and service, more businesses will be forced to close, and more people will lose their jobs and be out of work. You cannot separate customer service from the bottom line. With so many people competing for business, the only ones who will survive this economic downturn will be those who know how to give excellent service. Studies show that a typical dissatisfied customer will tell 6 to 10 people about the problem, while a typical satisfied customer will tell 1 to 2 people. And it costs 6 times more to attract a new customer than it does to keep an old one. And of those customers who stop doing business with you, 68% do so because of an attitude of indifference by the company or a specific individual. About 7 to 10 complaining customers will do business with you again if you resolve the complaint in their favour. If you resolve a complaint on the spot, however, 95% of your customers will do business with you again. How can you afford to ignore these statistics? As a business owner, you stand to lose a lot of money and perhaps even your business if you ignore these statistics. As an employee, you stand to lose your job if you don't pay attention to your customers' needs. In the old days, people were expected to do their job and to do it well. And if they didn't, they were fired. Today, we're living in litigious times. Due to the recent spate of lawsuits, companies are afraid to fire people for fear of being taken to court. So now they're stuck with employees who don't really care about the company, who are poorly trained, and whose attitude of indifference gives customer service a bad name. And this has contributed greatly to the failing economy. In fact, good customer service is so rare that nowadays we find ourselves praising company employees profusely, just for doing their job. In other words, we're getting accustomed to employees who are not properly trained, who have no job skills, who cannot think their way out of a paper bag, and who are absolutely indifferent to their customers' needs. And we wonder why the economy is in such bad shape. We've already seen how manufacturers use the concept of planned obsolescence. If your washing machine has a warranty of 3 years, we can almost be sure that it's going to be ready for the rubbish heap in 3 years and 1 week. There was a time when a washing machine would last forever and a day, and if you needed service, the store would send someone who was reliable and knowledgeable and capable of fixing that machine. Customer service is the bedrock of any business, whether you provide a service or a product. If you are diligent about keeping appointments, being on top of follow-ups, correcting problems immediately, and having a cheerful cooperative attitude, you can't help but be successful, no matter what the economy. During the Great Depression of 1929, with 23% of the population unemployed and standing on breadlines in the United States, there were still enterprising people who opened businesses or continued businesses that had been in operation and who made a great deal of money. People who were willing to work hard and go above and beyond what was expected of them. People who persevered, who didn't give up hope, but who forged ahead in spite of every hardship they encountered. I worry about people being unprepared emotionally and financially for the hard times yet to come. Of all the things we can do to turn this economy around, good customer service seems the easiest in theory. What could be easier than having one of your employees greet people at the door with a smile and welcome them to the store, asking how they can help them? Yet more often than not, a potential customer walks into a store, no one says hello to them, no one asks them if they need help, nobody's anxious to handle their complaints, and no one seems to want to get their business. Several years ago, I heard of a store manager of a high-end department store who had a customer who just bought an expensive outfit from the store and she'd no shoes to go with it. The store manager sent her 32 pairs of shoes delivered to her home the very next day and told her to take what she needed and send the rest back. I am sure that that customer will do business with that store for the rest of her life. And that store manager will not only have gained the most loyal customer and all her family and friends, but he will have increased the store's profitability just by that one act. Don't go away. When I come back, we'll explore the various ways that customer service affects the bottom line.